I'm Ed Michaels. I'm the chairman of the East End Marine Law Enforcement Task Force. The task force has been around since 2007. It comprises of the 16 agencies that routinely operate on the waters of eastern Suffolk and all the eastern towns and villages. The uniqueness about the task force is all we do is assist. We assist every agency, whatever their needs are, from the Coast Guard to each individual town or village, depending on what's happening. I'm going to turn it over now to the commanding officer of Station Shinnecock, and then we'll go from there. Close it.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us here today. I am Chief Warrant Officer Chris Scala, Commanding Officer, Coast Guard Station Shinnecock. Welcome and special thanks to our guest, District Attorney Raymond Tierney, Quag Chief of Police Chris Isola, on behalf of the East End's Chief of Police Association, and the East End Task Force Ed Michaels for joining us today and for this opportunity to get our message of boating safety out to the public. With the upcoming summer, I would like to highlight some best practices to keep you safe while enjoying the water. First, always wear a life jacket while boating and out on the water. Life jackets save lives. If you accidentally end up in the water, you will want to have your life jacket on. This goes for jet skiing, kayaking, rafting, boating, and even paddleboarding. 75% of boating fatalities are drownings, and 85% of those were victims not wearing their life jackets. Second, if you're engaged in boating, have all the required safety gear. Know the laws, they are there to help you and to ensure safety. The most important is to have life jackets for everyone on your vessel and a throwable in case of an emergency. Others can include fire extinguishers, means of communication, signaling devices, and more. Third, do not operate a vessel under the influence of alcohol. Just like driving a vehicle, operating a vessel under the influence is inherently dangerous for yourself and others. Alcohol is the leading factor in fatal boating accidents. Before I end, I want to discuss a new program that you may see this season. U.S. Coast Guard Sector Long Island Sound is launching Aqua Alert, a new pilot program designed to quickly notify the public about urgent maritime emergencies. Modeled after Amber Alerts for missing children and Silver Alerts for seniors, Aqua Alert provides real-time information to aid in search and rescue efforts on the water. Aqua Alerts will be broadcast directly to mobile devices through participating wireless emergency alert systems, delivering vital details such as descriptions of missing persons or vessels and their last known location. Lastly, the Coast Guard will be conducting law enforcement patrols to increase safety in our local waters. Thank you, and please be safe this summer. And now the Suffolk County District Attorney, Mr. Raymond Tierney.
Thank you. Thanks for everyone for coming. The purpose of this press conference is it's just about notifying the public, especially the East End public, with the summer months coming. I mean, I've been told that the warm weather is coming, although I've seen no evidence of it. Our East End, the Suffolk County Police jurisdiction is not coextensive with Suffolk County. So out here in the East End, in our waterways, we have 17 separate jurisdictions, including the Coast Guard, who patrol the waters. And so for out here, it's about coordination, and it's about safety, and it's about awareness. So that's what we want to impart to the public. That first off, out here, there's 17 separate jurisdictions that are patrolling the waters, and through the task force, we're coordinating efforts to make sure that each of those jurisdictions are cooperating with each other, communicating with each other, and making sure that boaters are safe. So we're going to do that, and there are three things. There is the Aqua Alert, and finally it makes sense, right? Especially when you live on an island, to make your alert system amphibious. So we have Amber Alert for children, we have Silver Alert for seniors, and now we have Aqua Alert when someone goes missing on our waters. And again, we have Suffolk County PD with their aviation and their Marine Bureau in the case of a situation where we could coordinate with our East End to make sure that we're keeping folks safe. And as far as our boaters out here on the East End, the Coast Guard touched upon it. It is first and foremost about safety. Number one, we have to make sure that there are safety devices, flotation devices, life preservers on the boat. We have to make sure that our boats are being operated in safety. January 2025, Brianna's Law was passed, so everyone who operates a boat on our waterways has to take an 8-hour safety course and get that safety certificate. So our law enforcement will be looking at that. The other thing is environmentally. The East End is a no discharge zone, so you can't discharge your heads. Again, our environmental officers and our task force and our Coast Guard will be looking at these things as far as safety devices, certifications, and making sure that you're not polluting our beautiful waterways. And last but not least, and again, the Coast Guard touched upon this, is driving, boating while intoxicated, boating while impaired by any substances. So if you're out on the East End, you're enjoying the water, just like you would not ever or should never get behind the wheel of a car while impaired by any substance. Same thing goes for boating. So again, through the task force, working with our Coast Guard, we are going to be having checkpoints. We're going to be making sure that no one is endangering other boaters, especially by boating while impaired by any substance. So we'll be out there. There'll be checkpoints. Again, all with the mind of let's enjoy the wonderful natural resources of Suffolk County, but first and foremost, let's stay safe. And if you don't stay safe, these individuals behind me are going to be there to enforce our laws. So thank you all very much. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, sir.
How does this affect Western Suffolk and South Shoretown, Islip, Brookhaven, Regis, Fire Island? Is this those areas?
So this task force is 17 with the 17 jurisdictions. These are East End jurisdictions. So this pertains to our East End. With regard to our West End, we have the Suffolk County Marine Bureau, which is the overall umbrella organization in our West End, but then we have the various Bay Constables, and so we have a similar setup on our West End. But this is separate and apart from the East End. And again, I think because as you get out, the water is even more extensive on the East End. All of these jurisdictions, there's a lot more scrutiny out in the East End, which is actually a good thing.
And would Aqua Alert be, are they using?
Yes. Yeah, it's just like as Amber Alert is a statewide thing.
And how exactly does that work? Is it like a grid sort of that's made, and then, is it a set area and people in the area get a notification? Is it just the water? Is it on the shores? I mean, could you explain the technology?
I mean, I don't understand. I will leave it to, I'm one of these law enforcement experts, but I mean, generally speaking, in our digital world, the alert goes out. Law enforcement, especially on the East End, right? All of these various jurisdictions are going to be attuned to this, but in general, other law enforcement organizations are constantly monitoring channels, and if need be, God forbid, if something catastrophic happened, obviously, law enforcement from the West End would help out. I don't know if that answers the question. You want someone else to?
That does. Thank you. A little bit more about how it works. I'm just very curious how it actually works and how those
So-
calls are made.
It's a new program. You can subtract land from it, and you can hone it in on a specific area.
Well, so I guess within the area, like voters within the area will get the notification that there's something wrong with the water, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was specifically with missing people, you'll start, from the area closest, and then you work your way out.
Perfect. Thank you.
Anything else? All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming, guys.